I have a second channel, Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody, this show we're replacing the infinite heat switch on this Frigidaire range. This is a Frigidaire model FEFL79DSL electric range. And the steps I'll be doing in this video are going to be very similar to other models and probably other brands as well. So a lot of times the reason why you'll need to replace this switch, and it's the switch that goes behind these knobs, is because let's say you try to turn on a burner and you get nothing. That's pretty common, but mine has failed in a different way. It's getting to where it sometimes sticks on. So I was in here cooking supper the other night, and I had it set on about 7 or 8. So it was boiling. It was boiling some chicken actually, and I had it set on that so it wouldn't boil over. So I'm over here working on stuff, and all of a sudden the pot boils over, and I see the burner is wide open. I cut it off. Burner stays on, so I end up switching off the breaker to shut it off. So yeah, that's how we're replacing it. So anyways, I've already got power shut off to it at the breaker. You want to at least unplug the appliance before going inside and messing with it. So I'll set my multimeter with me, because that way we can check to see if there's power on this thing without having to unplug it. So we got to pull the stove out to get access to the back. Okay, so on the back of this unit there are 5 screws it looks like I'm going to take out. One here, one here, one here, one there, and one down here. So I'll start by loosening this one up, and I'll take the remaining 4 out. And you'll need the square bit screwdriver for this. Pretty common style screw used in appliances. This one's a little smaller. So actually there's actually 6 screws total. My bad. There's actually 6 screws that had to come out. This is also what you would have to do if you had to replace the control board in the back of this. So we'll take this last screw out. Just gotta finish taking it out, and this whole back comes off of here. Now that's off, we can go ahead and just check to make sure that we have no power. Because sometimes if you power it off at the breaker, what can happen is you may have one leg that's still hot for some reason. If that's the case, you might want to replace your circuit breaker. But this will be safe. We're going to go ahead and check it. Now, it's pretty obvious that it's off, but the clock was off. But so we'll be looking for L1 and L2 on the back of this thing. This thing is kind of, yeah, I'm going to need a flashlight to see better. So I'm going to be using the nearby one as a reference here. So L1 comes in down here, L2 comes in up here. So it's kind of weird on this one. This will go ahead and check and make sure they're not getting any power. Now, of course, you're not going to see the meter on camera, but I'm just going to check it. So L1 to L2, there's nothing. L2 to ground, there's nothing. L1 to ground, there's nothing. So we're good to go. So what we need to go and do is on the front, pull this knob out, gently pull it out. Because if you break it, sometimes those are not cheap to replace. Little things like that, they like to charge lots of money for. So these two screws have to come out. Okay, so here's a look at the replacement part. And there's your part number. The upper left corner is the part number. And again, this is for the large single element burner. So now I'm going to get this thing installed. Okay, so I've already went ahead and taken loose the two screws on the front panel to loosen this thing up, and of course pulled the knob off. So probably the easiest way to transfer this over is to do it wire by wire, but if you look carefully at these things, and I'll use the new part as an example here. These things are labeled several different things. So it's probably going to be hard to pick this up on camera, but actually this way. So L1 is right here. L2 is right here. H2 is right here. H1 is down here. And P is over here. So if we look at the existing switch, you can see why this one failed. I've already disconnected this wire here, and its spade connector is okay. It doesn't look too burnt up or anything. It looks like it'll be fine to reuse. Just gotta make sure it's on there good and tight. So what failed is inside this switch, and I guess the heat transferred out to this spade. But a lot of times these spades are known to get hot themselves, because they're not exactly the best style connector to be honest, especially anything involving electric heat. So yeah. And of course the power is off this thing. I'll be mentioning again, if I haven't mentioned already, the power is off this thing. So now we can just disconnect the wires and transfer them over. So we know that by looking at the back of this thing, H2 is where this wire here plugs into. L2 is where the red wire comes in. This is one of your power supply wires. The black wire down here is L1. And just above it is P. So we'll go ahead and pull those wires off and get them transferred over to their new part. And I'm going to do exactly as I had mentioned. You just transfer one wire over at a time. It's a lot easier to do it that way. That way you don't get it crossed up. So again, the orange wire goes to H2. We'll look at H2 on this switch, which is over here. Make sure it gets a good tight fit on there, and it does. Next we'll move L2 over. they should be pretty tough to get off there. So again, that's L2. And now we're going to swap over the P wire. So we'll find the P connection, right there it is. Again, make sure it's on there good and secure. Last but not least, the L1 wire. And we'll stick it in the L1 spot, which is right here. So I currently have the switch in the off position, so it'll go in just like that. Now, as you mentioned, this switch here is a little bit different than the original. However, it is an OEM replacement. It's actually made by Robert Shaw, the same company that made the original switch. It's just a revised part number, essentially. So, bring it around to the front here. Now I just need to go ahead and secure the switch into place using the 2 screws. And there we are. So now all that's left is to go and pop this knob back in place. And you can see that works. Now I'm going to put the back on the stove, put the stove back into its hole in the kitchen, restore power, and give it a test to see how it works. Before I do anything else, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the old part. Right there is the part number that came off of this thing. Just FYI, it's not the same as the small element burners. Those use part number, so I can get in there to show you. It's 316021. Hang on, 31602150. This one's 3160215001. Okay, just turn the power on. It's going to give it a quick test. And the burner's already getting hot. And we go turn it down. As you see, it cycles off. Very good. That's what we needed. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well guys, that's it for this one. But it doesn't have to be. There's plenty more videos on the channel to check out. Also, if you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you absolutely hated it, there is the alternative button as well. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel. I definitely appreciate it. And remember to click the bell so that we get notified of all updates. Also, if you're interested in things aside from computers and technology, check out my second channel. It's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about weather, elevators, bicycling, and pretty much whatever else I figure out to upload. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for your support.